To study Japanese is a very difficult language in my opinion. So one method that would work for many of foreigners is to use it in daily life. And to use it, you must have a lot of Japanese friends. And I think that would help you to understand more Japanese in the daily context. Because you study Japanese for the purpose of daily communication, or even when you want to go to work, you need to study and memorize and use it in daily life. So I think it's better to have more Japanese friends and discuss with them in Japanese language. Yeah, especially today's, it's very easy to connect with Japanese people using like Japanese language application to chat with Japanese people. So I think we can use that kind of application to approach the Japanese friends or to make Japanese friends. I think in Japan there are a lot more toilets than the trash bin, so it would be better to remember one phrase, トイレはどこですか? Because yeah, of course in Japan, especially in the train station, it's very complicated sometimes. So I think if you want to find a toilet, I think トイレはどこですか is a useful phrase for you to maybe survive in Japan when you come to travel here.
Thing is that if you want to learn Japanese, you have to practice the Japanese with some Japanese people. If you communicate with the Japanese people more and more, so the practice makes the man perfect. So similarly, practice makes your language perfect. Yeah. Whenever I am in gathering with like some hangout or in gathering and while eating, so one of the phrases that I mostly use is like oishi desu. So it means like it is very delicious and tasty. So yeah, and the basic phrases like which is very common, like whenever I have to ask something about like the way or I have to go somewhere, so I call the person with sumimasen, like excuse me. So yeah, so these are like some of the phrases which commonly used in my daily life. Yeah.
I think that the effective way to learn Japanese that you should consume Japanese more often. For example, watch drama or movies, read manga. Because like if you read a newspaper, it's a little bit difficult. I think so because like the way Japanese people read is different from the other people, for foreigners. So that's why I recommend the Japanese learners that try to watch a lot of Japanese movies and drama, because actually I find that the Japanese that foreigners learn in textbook is totally different with what native speaker use in daily life. They use the different word, they use different grammar. So the best way to learn is like try to watch drama or movies. But maybe I know that there are many people who love watching anime, but I don't really want to recommend watching anime because sometimes I feel that the language used in anime, especially for the fantasy genre, is quite weird and is also different from the daily life Japanese language. So yes, so that's my recommendation. In Japan, I think that the phrase I use most of the time is sumimasen, arigato, and yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And especially for the yoroshiku onegaishimasu, it has so many meaning. And in every daily conversation, in every email I write or any like communication I use in why I buy something, for example in Mercari, when I communicate with sellers, usually I will use that yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I think that with only use that, you show the respect to the partners, and yeah, it's like the special phrase of Japan that usually we find it very difficult to translate it into English or into our language because we cannot find the similar meaning words phrase in our language to translate that phrase yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And I think yes, for the foreigners, we should learn how to use this, how to use that phrase, like to asking for help or even for to show the thankful or to show the respect. We can use that phrase.